First off, Peeps. Peeps are shit. D tier. Next up, Bazooka. So Bazooka was something I used to eat, or I used to get all the time. And, I used to, Bazooka came in comic strips, and they came in, like, trading cards. They came in baseball card packs. And when you really think about eating a piece of gum that's been sitting in a warehouse inside of a baseball pack or something for probably 6 months to a year at the absolute minimum, and then you're chewing it. And I don't know if y'all remember chewing Bazooka gum, but Bazooka gum a lot of the times would be so hard, it was almost like chewing strawberry glass or something. And you'd chew it twice, it would break off in individual pieces. You would not be able to chew it, you would not be able to blow a bubble with it, and it would eventually just like cut the inside of your mouth or something. You spit it on the ground, and it stayed there. That's what those black spots are on the ground. There's just Bazooka pieces that people spit out before they choke to death on them. They're D tier. They're better than Peeps, but only because Peeps are literally the worst candy in the... I mean, seriously, I'd rather eat an actual live bird than a Peep. Orange slices. This is the last thing you see at the gas station before you check out. And I've never been coaxed into buying one. I've walked right by them every single time. They're not orange slices. I'm not totally sure what they are, but they're disgusting. But they do have great marketing. That marketing is, hey, dude, I know you're getting some gas. Do you want to eat some orange slices on the way to your car? The answer is always no. Warheads. Warheads, as a standalone candy, pretty average. What Warheads bring to the table is friendship, is fun, is a little bit of mischievousness. You and your friends trying to see how many Warheads you can fit in your mouth. It's very Kardashian-esque. But in this situation, you're fitting Warheads in your mouth and not NBA All-Star players. So I'll say this. When I was a kid, it was nothing better than going to the baseball fields for Little League Baseball. And you're going there with 3 or 4 of your best friends, and you got a bag of Warheads, and you go back behind the fields, and you and your friends are eating 4 or 5 Warheads at a time, puckering up like crazy. Warheads, even to this day, give me a good laugh. I really enjoy them. I would never buy them for myself. If you eat Warheads solo dolo, you're probably a sociopath. And you know what? That's okay too. I'm going to give them B tier. Reese's Pieces. Okay. Now, it's important to say, I like the sugary, fruity candy. Chocolate candy is okay, but I'm always going to rather the Skittles to a Hershey bar. I'm not a huge fan of like peanut butter candy, and I think Reese's Pieces kind of suck, to be honest. They just don't do it for me. I think it's the colors. I think these colors just are not pleasing to my eyes. The yellow, orange, brown, like, what the hell is this? This is like Thanksgiving, just puked all over the place. Not my thing. I'm giving Reese's Pieces a solid C. There's better options all over the shop. Better options everywhere. Bubble tape. Bubble tape is way better than all the D tier stuff, but God bless, that's a lot of bubble gum. That's a lot of bubble gum. If bubble tape is a C, maybe Reese's Pieces can be a B, because Reese's Pieces are better than a bubble tape, so we'll move them to B, but they're going to be the end of B. 100 grams is pretty good. 100 grams is a pretty solid bar. Nothing special, but 100 grand. You know, you get a bite-sized 100 grand in a Halloween bag. You're gonna tear it up pretty quick. Everlasting Gobstopper, it's C. It's a little C. It'd be much cooler if they literally never did stop. That would make them cooler. But beggars can't be choosers. The madman Willy Wonka didn't know what he was doing. The first time I got a Gobstopper, I was pretty disappointed, not gonna lie, when it went away after about 7 seconds. I actually thought when I bought the box, I was like, if they're everlasting, it seems like a little redundant to have a box of 50. So I learned the hard way on that one. Sour Patch Candy. This is the Sour Patch fruity version, I believe, or is this the regular small humans? It looks like these. Okay, these are the kids. So these are the small humans. So you're eating. So hey, the best of both worlds. On one hand, you're eating a delicious candy. Second hand, you're eating 20 to 25 small miniature children. So I love Sour Patch Kids. They're in that B tier. They're better than Reese's Pieces, better than 100 gram, better than Warhead. Good stuff. The sour candy can be tough though, because like 2 bags in, it's like, dude, I don't want to eat any more candy. Like, I don't want to eat more sour candy. It's not my thing. My teeth hurt. I don't want to do this anymore. Hot tamales, I am not a cinnamon guy. I'm not a cinnamon guy at all, especially not in this like licorice kind of mode. Nothing for hot tamales. That's another candy where if you're eating that alone, it's like, dude, just get a stick of big red gum, chew it for a second, spit it out. Get your cinnamon fix, but God, no thanks. These Hoot Hoot Owl suckers, these suckers I think are really good. They're not like, I mean, they are what they are. They're a really cheap sucker that you lick to see how many licks you can get to the middle, and then you have a delicious little snack, a little chocolate Tootsie Roll in the middle of it. The red ones are absolutely delicious. The brown ones are pretty questionable, not gonna lie. Blue ones are good too, but they are what they are. But I will certainly eat one. I'll eat only one. And I'm the kind of sucker guy that does not actually go through with it. I just like put it in my mouth, bite it, chew it. I'm on to the next one. Sweet Tarts, A tier. Almost S tier, but I'll give them A tier. I love Sweet Tarts. Really, really, really like Sweet Tarts. I could eat bags and bags and bags of these. One of my favorite candies. Delicious. Fun Dip. Fun Dip is going to be a C for me, but it's going to be a high C. No pun intended. Because I do like the Fun Dip dip, even though it's probably the worst thing that you could possibly eat. The Fun Dip stick is one of the grossest things you can eat. I think it's just chalk. I think it's literal concrete chalk you can draw with after you're done. But dipping it in there, it's a very fun process. Very similar to Warheads. It's a good old time. You and your friends, dipping the stick into the powder, licking it, passing it around the group. Very fun times. Not as much fun now in the COVID-19 day, but it is what it is. These Jawbreakers look like the Jawbreakers you get out of the machines at Pizza Hut for 25 cents a Jawbreaker. If that's the case, then they are inedible. I'm not sure what they're made out of. They literally will break your jaw and your teeth. Ed and Eddie had their fair share of these, and look how stupid they all are. These are the Andes Mint Chocolate, otherwise known as the last thing you get at Olive Garden. Olive Garden is S tier. Andes Mint Chocolate Chip chocolates are high C tier. They are delicious in the refrigerator. They are delicious in the freezer. They are not that great on their own. I've never actually seen someone buy an Andes Mountain outside of Olive Garden, and you don't even buy them there. They give them to you for free. So how great can a candy be if they give them to you for free? Probably not that great. Think about it. How weird would it be if at the end of your Olive Garden you just ate a chicken parmesan, you just had a tour of Italy, you had some calamari. I mean, you're disgusting. You have pomodoro sauce all over your stupid face, and the waiter comes out and flops a few Gobstoppers on the table. You'd be like, what the hell is your problem? So it's already kind of weird that you're eating them. Whatever. I'm not going to judge. I eat them every single time. I eat them right in the waiter's face. Before the waiter leaves the table, I've got 3 or 4 of these things in my mouth, and I ball up the little foil they were in, and I throw them on the ground. Why? Because I'm a badass. That's why. These are regular Lifesavers, it looks like. These are not the gummy variety. I want to make sure that I'm correct in that. These are Lifesavers hard candy as well. I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe these are the gummies. Okay, these say hard candy. These do not. So let's say these are the gummies. Should we say they're the gummies? Or is there a difference? I'm unsure. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's say they're the gummies. If they're the gummies, they're A. I could, honest to God, right now eat 5,000 gummy Lifesavers without blinking an eye. I could do it in probably 20 seconds. I love gummy Lifesavers. Delicious. I love all gummy varieties. A lot of gummies on here will be up in the A tier area. And there is a difference between gummies and licorice. Licorice, dot, stuff like that suck. Gummies are delicious. Ring Pops. Let me say this about Ring Pops. I would never buy a Ring Pop. You can't be a grown man eating a Ring Pop. Ring Pop should come with a reverse age kind of deal. Like how you gotta be 21 to buy beer. You should not be older than 12 to buy a Ring Pop. If you're 15, 16, 17, 18 years old eating a Ring Pop by yourself, you are a sexual deviant and you should be locked up. If you're over the age of 30 eating a Ring Pop, you should be sentenced to death immediately. Now, with that being said, Ring Pop's flavor are amazing. They're probably the best flavor candy there is. Very hard to eat them because you look like Nicki Minaj in a 6ix9ine music video, but the actual flavor is tremendous. Unfortunately, because of the inedibility, I'm going to have to put them underneath the Olive Garden main event. Three Musketeer bar. Three Musketeers suck. Let's not lie to each other here. I don't know what nougat is. You don't know what nougat is. And when 100% or 80% of a chocolate bar is nougat, that is not a good sign. These are going to go low C for me. I'm going to put these right above Fun Dip. And that's only because Fun Dip is not even really a food. Twizzlers, S tier. Bruh. Well, if they're S tier, Sweet Tarts are S tier. Twizzlers are so good. The red Twizzlers are probably my favorite candy. Them and Sweet Tarts are like up there for my favorite candies. Now, if you do not like licorice, you will not like Twizzlers. But if you like licorice and that cherry flavor, you'll love Twizzlers. Like black licorice, I think black licorice is the most disgusting thing of all time. It is either 100 or 0. That's how it is in the Twizzler game. You're either all in on Twizzlers or you're all out on Twizzlers. I'm all in on Twizzlers. If you're all out on Twizzlers, save your opinion for somewhere else and go to Nick A30 stream. Next up, these delicious little Jolly Rancher bad boys. These are high B. High B. They probably could be A, but they're just so small. You can only eat so many of them. At the same time, if you're on a road trip with a bag of these, if you're on a road trip with a bag of 4,000 Jolly Ranchers, you ain't coming home with those Jolly Ranchers. And you got to think, what am I doing to my body if I'm putting 4,000 Jolly Ranchers in my body? But it is what it is. The flavor, delicious. Very similar to the Ring Pop, where the actual flavor is so damn good, but you don't look like a pedophile eating a Jolly Rancher. Sweetest Fish. Now, here's where I'm going to get a little crazy with the licorice. Twizzler licorice works. I don't like the Swedish Fish licorice because it has that matty, kind of dusty kind of texture, whereas a Twizzler does not. I think because they're twirled up. But if you feel the Swedish Fish, you can feel that kind of dusty, powdery, kind of matte kind of thing going on there. I don't like that at all. So it's gone B tier, low B. Tootsie Rolls, I like Tootsie Rolls a lot. Tootsie Rolls are going up here. Tootsie Rolls are probably up in this area. I like Tootsie Rolls, but you eat more than about 4 Tootsie Rolls of this size, your jaw is going to hurt really bad. Tootsie Rolls are pretty much the chocolate candy version of beef jerky, where the bigger the bag, the more jaw pain. Mounds, I love Mounds. Mounds is A. Again, if you don't like coconut, you're not going to like Mounds. So if you don't like coconut, don't even worry about it. Like, don't worry about my tier. I like coconut. It's crazy to me when people are like, oh, I hate Almond Joy. I hate Mounds. And it's like, well, do you like coconut? No. Well, no shit, you don't like it. It's coconut. Like, what the hell? You know? If I had a chocolate, I don't know. I like a lot of different foods, but you know, if somebody's like, hey man, you like this drink? And it's like, no, this drink sucks. What is it? Oh, it's Jägermeister. Well, I hate Jägermeister. Of course I'm going to hate this drink. That's how coconut is with Mounds. I like coconut. I like Mounds. Up the Mounds. Candy necklace. Again, if you're over the age of seriously maybe 6, you should be locked up for this. Besides that fact, the candy part is actually ass. So it's probably D tier. D tier for me. Underneath Bazooka. Get out of my face. Sweat, neck juice all over the place. Who the hell is wearing these things? Could you imagine eating your necklace? No, I can't. Razzles? I've never had a Razzle. I can't rate Razzles. Without tasting Razzles, I can go ahead and tell you they're better than Hot Tamales and better than Jolly Ranchers. I'll tell you that right now. Crunch. I like a good Crunch bar. Crunch is B tier. Whoa, I was not expecting that. I was expecting like the full picture. Crunch is B tier. It's better than all these. I like a good crispy, crunchy chocolate action. I like the Crunch Bits. When I used to go to Blockbuster, right before I would exit, I would always get a bag of the Crunch Bits. Those are very, very good. I like those a lot. These are just good old-fashioned cigarettes. Oh, no, these are candy cigarettes. Okay. Candy cigarettes, I do like looking like a cowboy. So these go in the same... So first of all, they're D tier. But I do like the idea of tricking children into doing, you know, like subliminally getting used to cigarettes. It's just such a diabolical, disgusting practice from America. And the fact that they still do it, they might not even do it anymore because it's so outrageous. But another example is, the dip or the beef jerky that comes in the dip can? That's the most like, hey, try some of this until you can buy dip. That's what these cigarettes are like. If you're faking smoking a box of candy cigarettes, you're 100% going to be smoking by the time you get to about 14, 15 years old. And that's exactly what Big Tobacco wants you to do. Same with, think about it, right? Big Tobacco does candy cigarettes and dip can beef jerky long cut. They know what the hell they're doing, okay? They got it figured out. KitKat, A tier. KitKat's so damn good. KitKat is one of the highest level candies you can possibly get. It's not as good as Mounds because I like coconut more than wafer, but great candy. Smarties are ass. Smarties are C tier. Smarties would be D tier, but look at D tier. This D tier is a murderer's row of the worst candies of all time. I know somebody whose favorite candy is Smarties, and I would never tell her this, but it was always questionable how that's even possible. It's like, have you ever tried a different kind of candy? Oh, I love Smarties. Do you? What's your favorite part? How they make you almost choke and suffocate because they're so dry, and they're literally just chock-filled sweet air? Is that what you like about them? They suck. Smarties are a big thing in Mardi Gras because they're one of the few candies that you can throw in the air. They can hit the ground and be stomped on and taste the exact same as they do fresh. York peppermint patties, better than the Andes Mountains, but that's about it. Great in the refrigerator. Olive Garden has enough respect for York peppermint patties that they do not give them to you after you eat your veal parmesan. So that's good too. Dots, again, not a big fan of it's kind of the Swedish fish thing. Dots to me are down here. Yeah, I got nothing for Dots. Cookie dough bites, a movie theater Hall of Fame goat snack. They're a little thick for me. They're a little heavy for me. They're going to go low B tier, but they are very, very good. In a small vacuum, they're delicious. In a box, you're going to have to drive home, sweetie. Why? What happened? I ate a whole box of cookie dough bites. I need to lay down in the back seat of the car. Get me home. That's what happens when you eat a thing of cookie dough bites. I think they're also good in the freezer. Starburst, we're going to go S tier. Let's not lie to each other. A red Starburst, a pink Starburst. Wait, you know what? Actually, let's go B tier. Because red, amazing. Pink, amazing. Yellow, ass. Orange, ass. Now, the tropical Starburst, hold on a second. But regular Starburst, A tier. Reese's Cups, gotta be A tier. Frozen, unbelievable. Regular, unbelievable. The small cups, those are just an absolute. They're in every person's grandparents' house. They have a bowl full of these somewhere. I guarantee you right now, if you go to your grandma's house and say, Grandma, can I have a Reese's cup? They're going to open up a bowl or a vase that you thought held flowers. Boom. There's going to be 75 Reese's cups, the little mini ones. I used to have, when I was growing up, we'd have seriously 20, 30 of the little mini cups in the freezer at all times. Gushers, A tier. I love Gushers. I could eat bags and bags and bags and bags of Gushers. When I open a bag of Gushers and they're all stuck together, I don't mind. I eat the whole thing. I eat a big frisbee of Gusher. It's a big disc. I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't tell you last time I had a singular Gusher. I only eat mass Gushers. I only eat the giant flat disc Gusher. Lemonhead, actually not bad, but they're also Lemonheads. So what are you going to do? So I'm going to put them bottom B tier, but I like a good Lemonhead. Again, very polarizing candy. If you don't like that lemony flavor, you're not going to like it. I also like how the Lemonhead candy has like kind of the chewy outside, and then it gets like harder as you bite in. Big fan of that. Airheads, S tier. I love Airheads. I can eat as many Airheads as my jaws will allow me. Airheads is like eating concrete before it's fully concrete. It's like eating glue or something, but it's so damn good. I like the trick where you can like slap the Airhead like this, and it makes the Airhead thick and short. Pause. Nobody clipped that. And very good stuff. I like all the flavors of Airheads. I remember whenever they did the white Airheads, the mystery flavor Airheads, and people would try and guess what they tasted like. Spoiler alert, they tasted like the other Airheads. Next up, the suckers you get at the bank. I'm not sure what these are. Oh, Dum Dums. That's what they're called. Good sucker. A good sucker. I'm going to say they're bottom B tier. They're right here with the Tootsie Pops. I'll knock back a few of these, no problem. I used to go to the bank all the time with my grandma, and we'd get these suckers. And back in the day, you could save the wrapper and send it in and get a toy. So we did that, and I never saw that toy. So Dum Dum Sucker Company, maybe I'm the sucker. Maybe I'm the sucker because I never got a toy, and we turned in about 65,000 sucker wrappers, and I never saw a Frisbee. I never saw nothing. So I'm not sure what the hell you're doing with your wrappers, Dum Dum. It actually just hit me now. They're probably just reusing them, and that's disgusting. Hershey Kiss. Hershey Almond Kiss? Probably S tier. Regular Hershey Kiss, I don't have much for you. You're B tier. A regular ass Hershey Kiss, no thanks. Sour Patch Watermelon, B tier, right up here with Sour Patch. Probably better than Sour Patch. I like a little variety in my life, but Sour Patch Watermelon, very good. Snickers is S tier. Everybody knows it. Shut your mouth. The only thing better than a Snickers is a Snickers ice cream bar. The Snickers ice cream bar is the goat of all ice cream bars. And Snicker candy, amazing. Snickers has done so much with their brand. They have the almond butter, they have peanut butter, they have the Snicker like extreme. There's been so many different types of Snickers over the years. Tried and true, very good. S tier. Twix, guess what? Back to S tier. Twix combines all the greats. It's got some wafer, it's got some chocolate, it's got some caramel, it's got some nougat, it's got some left, it's got some right, Twix is another amazing ice cream bar. So, boom, S tier. Nerds, C tier, really shit candy. Got nothing for it. It almost tastes like nothing at all. I mean, you gotta be one depraved, shallow, just no life. I mean, never seen, sun, living in a basement, nothing going if you enjoy Nerds. Milk Duds, I like Milk Duds a lot. I do not like how you have to have a root canal every single time you eat Milk Duds. Milk Duds are probably right around here. I like to put Milk Duds in the refrigerator, but you can't put them in the fridge for too long because then they'll form this Milk Dud rock, and honest to God, you can't eat it. You have to have like a chisel or something. Fireball, I'm not a big cinnamon guy. They're going to go right back here with the old hot tamales. I'd probably rather a Fireball than a hot tamale. That's another candy that you see a lot of the times at gas station cashier register areas, and that's not a great place to ever want to eat food. Milky Way's B tier. I like caramel, but it doesn't have the good stuff. It doesn't have any wafers. In my opinion, texture is the most important thing in food. So if your texture is mushy, not good. If Milky Way had like if it had wafers in there or crisp in there, it'd be so much better. But I actually like Milky Way's chocolate a lot. Milky Way's just chocolate may be like the best actual chocolate, but the rest of it, meh. The Midnight Dark Milky Way is better than the regular Milky Way. Blow Pops, I love Blow Pops, the best sucker of all time. We're gonna go way high here. I like how they're a little sour. I like what Blow Pops has gone on a lot. So they're definitely the best sucker. The hard Lifesavers, we're gonna go C. Nothing really doing here. Something good just kind of have in your mouth. If you can't dip, if you're a little kid or something, and you haven't started watching NASCAR or beating your wife, the Lifesavers is a really good thing just to pop in, suck on for a second, and just move home in your day. I like the tropical ones, this little coconut bad boy, little pineapple bad boy in here. Good stuff. Pez, no thanks. Pez is better than Peeps and all that stuff. I did have a lot of Pez things when I was growing up for whatever reason. The candies were alright, but the whole idea is just unbelievable. How someone came up with that, shocking. Pop Rocks, another Warheads type situation where they're fun. The only difference is Warheads taste good. Pop Rocks literally hurt. Pop Rocks actually hurt your face. They're right in there with Fun Dip. This is acid. So this is when you drop acid. I would absolutely not advise anyone trying this. This makes you trip. You see different things, different planets, different celestial beings. You can talk to Jesus. You can figure out what happened in the beginning of the universe and the end of the universe. You can see the ripples in the space-time continuum. If you drop a few of these on the tip of your tongue and listen to, you listen to some Kid Cudi, maybe you listen to some Pink Floyd, reverse. You listen to an entire AC/DC album backwards. That's what this is for. As far as a candy, gotta be D tier. Still better than Peeps. Mike Ike's down here, the Hot Tamale Land. I'd say they're right around Dots. They're Dots is best friend. Mike and Ike and Dots roll around, and Mike and Ike and Dots are like the kids in It, just a bunch of losers. That's it. These are like regular M&Ms. Kind of shocked we don't have peanut M&Ms on here. Absolutely shocking. So these are regular M&Ms, I think. Now, peanut M&Ms are probably A tier. Regular M&Ms, probably chilling that B tier area. They're good, but it's one of those deals where it's like there's better options. There's just better options than a regular ass brown bag of M&Ms. Like crispy M&Ms, like peanut butter M&Ms, like peanut M&Ms, like crispy M&Ms. Literally every version of M&Ms besides the gross ass caramel ones are better. The pretzel M&Ms are the goat. Pretzel M&Ms are S tier. Jelly beans are fun. They're C tier. They're probably like right here. I like the Burt's Bots beans or whatever from Harry Potter. I like those kind of beans. I like my jelly beans with a little risk. I like my jelly beans with a little bit of scared. I like to have the possibility of eating vomit or something like that with my jelly beans. Grass, I want flavors like that mixed in there. I don't want to be like, oh, these are all good. I want to be like, man, somewhere in here is, Piranha's solution or something. Somewhere in here is like rotting eggs. That's what I like with my jelly beans. I like my jelly beans to be accompanied with the sense of danger. Whoppers. Malted milk balls are also polarizing. Some people don't like them. They're kind of an old school candy. I like Whoppers. I like malted milk balls. I don't like them that much. I'm not some kind of creep, but I do like them. I'd say they're somewhere underneath Tootsie Rolls. They're probably under Milk Duds. Wax bottles. Okay. I like wax bottles a lot. I like chewing the wax bottles. I like the whole thing of it, like like how sometimes people smoke, but they don't like the cigarette. They just like like putting it to their mouth, putting it in their mouth, whatever. I like that with wax bottles. I like chewing them. I like, like really crunching on the wax, spitting them out. And the insides are actually good too, but I mean, they can only be so good. They're wax bottles. So they're a little more edible than, becoming Paris Hilton with ring pops, but they're not better than jelly beans. Skittles are the best candy in the world. I like Skittles the most. I love Skittles. I'd eat them every day if I could. If Skittles were as good for you as spinach is, I'd be the healthiest man to ever live. Skittles are my favorite candy. That is 100% my favorite candy. Skittles, Twizzlers, Sweet Tarts, Airheads, that's my universe. That's where I rock and roll. That's what I'm all about. Heath Bar S tier as well. Again, if you don't like toffee, shut your mouth. But I love Heath Bar. I like the toffee flavor. I like a lot of things toffee. Heath Bar's probably bottom of S tier, but damn good. This is the giant Laffy Taffy, chewy Laffy Taffy. It looks like a tongue. I like Laffy Taffy a lot. I don't like the giant ass log of Laffy Taffy, but I do like Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy is like super high B tier. Skittles. Somehow we've already done that. Oh, there's tropical Skittles. I like regular Skittles better than tropical Skittles. Gummy bears. I love gummy bears. A tier. Good gummy bears. You know, I'm not talking about the cheap gummy bears. Good gummy bears. Baby Ruth kind of sucks. Baby Ruth's like worse than all this. Baby Ruth's like probably underneath 100 grand. Not a great candy. Always after Halloween, always, you end up with just a bunch of miniature Baby Ruths. Nothing doing there. Better options. Candy corn should be D tier, but this D tier is so damn bad. It's going to sneak its way up to right above these colorful rocks. Almond Joy, S tier. Probably my second favorite candy. I like Almond Joy a little bit better than Twizzlers. Love Almond Joy. And I do like it better than Mounds because I like the almond. I like having that little almond. Remember what I told y'all about the texture thing? Mounds is just mush. Almond Joy has that little bit of salty, that little bit of crunch with the almond. I like that a lot. These, I don't even know the name of this candy. They're just absolutely disgusting candy you find. Like a lot of this time, this candy is unmarked, unbagged, and can be mistaken for party drugs. So I'm going to put this in low C as well. This is inedible. You find this candy a lot of the times at places like hair salons where, you can get like a handful for 10 cents or something, and you're not even really sure what the hell you're eating. Pixie Stick. Pixie Stick's going to be down here with Fun Dip. Pixie Stick is literally just methamphetamines for children. The giant Pixie Sticks where they're like seriously 4 foot long, that's probably honestly 400 grams of sugar. And it should be illegal. And really the problems with America as far as, society collapsing upon itself and a complete deconstruction of our government and the dollar falling fast and us living in the streets and in an apocalyptic hellscape. The reason for that is because of years and years of abuse with Pixie Sticks. So Pixie Sticks are disgusting. I would never buy one. I would never give my kids them. But I used to be addicted to Pixie Sticks. The small version, I wasn't Whitney Houston, but I did like a good Pixie. I didn't like how sometimes with the Pixies, if you put your mouth on the end of it, it would get too wet, and you wouldn't be able to, get the Pixie out of the stick because of the wetness at the end. So that part was unenjoyable. Regular Hershey's, meh. Hershey's with almonds, S tier. Reggie Hershey's is probably A tier. Hershey's is the OG. It also makes s'mores. Very good. I do like a good Hershey's. I'm feeling good about this. This is the official candy list. This is the official candy tier list.